Hi, I'm here with Josh Bleecher-Snyder, who's an engineer at PayPal. So you guys are a software company. Why have you gotten into hardware?
Well, there's some things you just can't do with only software. We're really interested in the brick-and-mortar market. Though a lot of retail has moved online, there's still a tremendous thriving economy in real stores, and moving into hardware gives the opportunity to address new markets and really tackle things.
So you've taken the platform that you've developed in software and added hardware onto it as a way to sort of extend it into the physical world.
Absolutely. Better reach, better customer experience.
Awesome. So show me the piece of hardware you've developed.
This is the PayPal beacon. This is what it looks like without its fancy industrial design exterior.
Hardware's hard, right?
Hardware is hard. It's hard and it's complicated, and it has challenges that are totally unlike the sort of challenges you see with software.
Right. All these unexpected conflicts, unexpected problems that you run into that come from external factors, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting experience. As a software developer, I'm pretty used to compiling my code and trusting that the compiler is going to work, that the CPU is going to work, that the network is going to work, all these things that have tons of mileage on them, and I just have to get my code right. With hardware, all of a sudden, failures might not even be my problem. I might have written the code correctly, and it turns out that some UART line is flaky and it's dropping bits, and I have to go back and find out, oh, it wasn't even actually my fault to begin with. And that's that's a new and interesting experience. We're one of the first projects, I think, that has pushed BLE really hard as a sort of an arbitrary communication channel. So if you look at why folks are excited about BLE, it's a few reasons. One is presence. It gives you a really sort of cheap way to say, am I nearby something else? Another is ad hoc communication. So if I'm near to you, I can talk to you. And that by in and of itself is exciting. And the last one is sort of ubiquity. The fact that adding BLE to an existing Bluetooth chip is so cheap means that manufacturers have, for the most part, put them in everything. And so it's already everywhere, and it's on all the time because of the low power. Right. So there's these three really exciting pieces of BLE. And a lot of folks are thinking about presence, so notably iBeacon and all of the iBeacon clones. Some folks are thinking about the ubiquity. That's where the Internet of Things excitement comes from. I think we're some of the first folks to really push on the ad hoc communication angle. So what Beacon does fundamentally is combines presence with this ad hoc communication. The fact that I'm in your vicinity means I can talk to you, and if I can talk to you, I can do things like identify that you really are, genuinely are who you say you are. Right. Anyone can say, hey, I'm Starbucks, I'm Starbucks. But we can actually validate that because we have a real communication channel.
So you've done a lot of this work in Go, even, and I see you're wearing a Go T-shirt with is that 10 gophers on it?
I believe it is 10 gophers. Yes, that's how many it takes to build a beacon.
And I wouldn't expect PayPal to use Go.
Yeah, so it's actually a really interesting time at PayPal right now. There's a real sense of renaissance. I think PayPal has struggled, technologically speaking, for some time past, and in the last year or two, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on.
So we're walking around with our phones, we're communicating with radios that are in stores, and we're exchanging money over all of it. How do you handle privacy and security? That's things that obviously come to mind.
Yeah, it's a very good question, and it's actually really at the core of the design of Beacon. So it's really important that we not be creepy, and that means thinking about the user experience at every level, every piece of information that we might have collected that you might or might not want us to know about. That's on the privacy side. On the security side, this is a new technology, and every new technology brings this sort of sense of opportunity that people don't really understand how everything works. And we have fascinating security challenges. So you've got your phone, which I don't have in my pocket. You've got your phone, you've got this beacon, and you've got a Wi-Fi network, and you've got PayPal. Sure. Your phone and PayPal potentially trust each other. Nobody trusts the beacon. Why? It's in other people's hands. People can tinker it, rip open the top, SSH into it if they try hard enough. They can extract any private keys. It's fundamentally not trustworthy. How do you build a secure system in which you have a middleman in the midst of all of your communication that you don't trust? Right. The answer is cryptography is an amazing and magical thing, and Hasty will tell you the details. But it's something that we've put an incredible amount of thought and effort into because it was key to us that it be secure from the very beginning. Right. For a similar reason to things being upgradable.
Right.
If it's not secure from the beginning, it's never going to be secure.
Terrific. Well, this has really been a pleasure. I'm really excited to hear about what you're doing in hardware and the idea that you can take expertise and take services that you've developed in software and move them outside of the constraints of a computer is really central to Solid, a really big part of what we're interested in, and I think the direction that we'll see a lot of things go in the next few years.
That's awesome. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome. Thanks so much.